storied Los Angeles Coliseum, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Hawkeyes will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the USC Trojans offense will go to work first. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Pulls it in. It's Payne. At the 40, there he goes. Turning it on. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Going to swing it on second down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Going right to work up top. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted in the first drive into the pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. And the offense is out on the field with a first and goal. Snap it to the back. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs. I look for this offense to continue the physicality and hand that man the ball again. And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll run it. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
The snap sets up the throw. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown USC! The offense cashing it in on that drive. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Iowa has it back on offense hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive. He's got it down the right side. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away. First down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. That's exactly what happened. Nice job.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Or did he find a hole in that secondary? And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Hawkeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Trying to bull his way in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Defense going all in to stop the run. Trying to bully their way in. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Go to those situations, Palmer. Got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. Don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
And that is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll try the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Aurora. And they swarm him under.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The play action fake. Got a man. It's Payne. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. And the Trojans are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. And he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Iowa has the ball back on offense. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Ready to fire from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll try to do it himself. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
Well, for this defense now, being good against the pass is not just going to be in the back end covering people. It's going to be trying to contain this guy at the quarterback position. He is lethal, especially when things go off script. You saw it on that one. First down, they dial up the pass play. You're not able to get him on the ground, and now they've gotten another first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He wants to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this third down? From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take off. Not going to get there, not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Finds the tight end. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. And the Hawkeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll keep it on the ground. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. There he goes. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. He's got him. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He's got it. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the move. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Grab near the marker. It's Aurora. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles.
The Trojans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this 3rd quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the 2nd half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the 2nd half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the 1st half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Under fire.
And this offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. All wideouts, no backs. To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Aurora. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fellow, you put him in the slot, you try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Wants to go up top on first down. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Looking to throw. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight up front. They're just getting beat across the board.
What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. The Hawkeyes couldn't have asked for better field position as they get a chance to strike here. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Gets it out fast. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Oh, he wants it all. Makes the grab on the left side. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Trojan. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense. And the Hawkeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got it in the middle. It's Daniel. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
And a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
The Hawkeyes are on the move. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure coming. Took a shot as he threw.
Well, it hasn't always been that easy for the quarterback. He's been sacked a few times early on, and I don't know if he was expected to have that much time. From the pocket, surveying the field, his feet just never seemed to get settled, and I think that's what forced the inaccurate throw and incompletion.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He'll get rid of it. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Hawkeyes will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Showing the arm strength to the left. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. And the Trojans will call on their punt team. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time on target. Still running at the 40. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Caught in the backfield, it's Aurora. Turning it on! Chopped out of bounds, they'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Out of bounds right at the 10-yard line as they are threatening to score.
I tell you what, fourth quarter, you're trying to get to the quarterback, trying to get the ball back to your offense. But nice pursuit. Nice job making the QB scramble outside of the pocket, chasing him down. And even better, you got a gift. He runs out of bounds, so now the clock stops. Now you're saving time late in the ballgame when it's really going to matter.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the fourth quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart, he still has the ability to cut. He looks like he could play another 4 quarters.
To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know what? This area of the field, it's really...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Right on the money. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it's a nice job tackling that defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that 3rd down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And the Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Iowa has the ball back on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Complete with conviction on the crosser. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Grabbed over the middle and shipped. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Got room on the return. He's at the touchdown, USC. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the 4th quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Punt is on its way. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chugging and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He's got the back in the middle. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Daniel. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledge.